We here. We're gonna do some reaction. We're gonna do some reactions. I'm about to come up. Yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna be this hot up in here. I just got done doing a little bit of cardio. Right? Did a little bit of cardio, right? It's hot up in here, man. It is real hot. Right? I didn't realize it was gonna be this hot. Let's come up out of some of this, man. Damn. It is hot. It's getting hot in here. I just did some cardio, y'all. Right? It is rather hot in here. We're gonna get it popping. Content time, yeah. Reaction content time. All right. So, man, they got the heat cranked up in here. Let me make sure I got everything ready. Yes, you see. My post is getting a lot of traction.
The fuck out of my was until you know what you're talking about. When I won championships on every level. On every level. When they get knocked the fuck niggas out. It was allowed. It was
Come on up in here, y'all. Come on up in here, man. We about to get this shit popping. Let me get my notes together in case I need to write some stuff down. I didn't bring the cord for the microphone, but I should be all right, man. There's not a lot of people in here today. Can you cheer me up? My dog died. Oh man, that sucks. I know that feeling, man. My dog died um over a year ago, but I got another one. But I know that feeling, man. Damn, that's a hard feeling. That's a tough feeling, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Erica, what's up, brother? In the office? Yeah. I'm about to get a quick It's a quick one. I just got done doing a little bit of cardio. This is just a quick reaction. Try to get it in under an hour. Under an hour, real quick. Um, under a quick hour. In and out like a robbery. Just want to react to some stuff. But Gonzo, hopefully your weekend was good. You know, hopefully you had a good weekend, right? They slept on the motion, man. Now they stuck in the jealous fan zone snake section, right? They slept on the motion. They slept on the voice. They slept on the platform, man. For smoke and mirrors. Now they gotta stay in the jealous section, in the snake section, right? Stay over there. We don't want your fellowship now. You're not a builder. You're not liked. You're not well received, right? You're a snake. All right, we about to get. Right? Bet. Yeah, man. All right. I gotta get the stream y'all set up. How you gonna? They doing backwards ass shit, man. Yeah, you see how everybody wants to call you like that. You gotta be mindful of those hindrances. That's the hindrance um trait. When people see you trying to work and do things, and they get to calling you. Nah, this is gold, man. This is gold, brother. I got silver though. Silver's good too. This is yellow and white gold right here, man. I got silver though. Silver's a precious metal too though. Yes, good evening. Good evening. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And Sunday. We're gonna do some quick reactions. Let me share the content real quick. Make sure I'm sounding good. Right. This is some quick reaction sauce. Um, something light, something new, right? Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop, Ace, Mr. Dutch. Nah, that's 925. I don't know what 925 is, brother. This is 14 karat white gold, and this is 14 karat yellow. You know, you do have options, man. Right? But like I said, but I do have silver. I just don't have it on today. Sterling silver's a good metal too. Don't get it twisted. All right. Um, Let me see how I'm sounding all across the board. We want to see how we're sounding all across the board. Then we're gonna go ahead. You know, these guys slept on. Yeah, they slept on how big the voice was. All right, let's see how we're sounding right here. Oh man, we sound good. All right, we sounding good over there. Look, I'm just doing a quick seeing how it's looking, making sure the levels are good, right? Now I just want to make sure these levels is okay. They're not letting me pull that up. It bees like that sometimes, but it's all good. How you guys hearing me on the stream, y'all, man? Before I dive into these reaction topics, somebody let me know over here, man. I need to know. Do you hear me on the stream, y'all? Let me know if you can hear me on the stream, y'all, man. Participation. How do you hear me on the stream? Oh, y'all hearing me loud and clear? We're gonna do some reactions. I want to know that you can hear me first. 4 in the building. How am I sounding over here? Because, you know, sometimes they don't allow. All right, here, now I can hear. How am I sounding over here? Oh, yeah, we sound real good. There we go. All right, let's share this. We're going to share this. Yeah, they slept on how big the brand and the voice really was, y'all. They slept on us, man. They overlooked the process, man. They overlooked the process, man. They didn't think we was this big. You know, they didn't think I was this big, man. They didn't think I was this big, man. I guess they getting a breath of fresh air now, right? But we about to get started. This is just reaction time. Donate, right? $1 is all it takes, right? To the super chat or Cash App, right? It's $1, man. That's where we at with Ozell Jones Shalom. $1, man. $1 and a dream. That's it. That's all we require, man. You know, we used to come over here and ask you guys for the likes, but we don't even do that no more. We don't even do that, man. All right. Yeah, I slept on how big the voice was. Now you're being drowned in the sauce. Or you're, secretly in the jealous fan zone snake section. Well, let's get to these reactions real quick. All right. Okay, yeah. So first order of deal, 4 in the building. Let me see. Do we got 4 likes, man? Gonzo said, if you're turning in, please comment in the chat. Question or comments related to boxing, up and coming fights. Yeah, I did the boxing live earlier, Gonzo. This is just gonna be a quick reaction to some of my stuff on IG real quick. You guys will be able to hear it. Covered that already. Shout out to Unc right here. Oh man, look at this thick. This is a thick chocolate delight right here. Look at all that chocolate. That's chocolate right there. Big, thick Jamaican lady. Shout out to the Chantel, the boss's tax season. Get with her. Here's Amani's highlights. I think they got music on this. So I'm not going to play it. But this is Amani's highlights right here, y'all. Quick reaction. How y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this? Cool. This is Amani. It has music, so I'm not going to play it. But man, Amani was putting them hammers on him. Look, he was putting them hammers on him, man. He is officially the New York State Silver Gloves champion. This was in Rochester, New York. Look at Amani go, man. Good exchange right there. Look at Amani go, man. Oh, man, he backed him into the ropes right there. Good feint right there. See, these are the things we was working on, man. Now, if you watch my content, like I said, if you actually watch the content and you support it, you've seen me in the gym with Amani. Here, this is my first note, right? You've seen me in the gym. Did you see the feints? He was working the feints. The footwork always. One thing about Amani, I love his footwork. Now, once he gets that killer mentality, that dog, that, I'm going to step on you, Amani's going to take off, man. He's still a nice guy. He just needs to get more mean. But that was some of the highlights of the Silver Glove Championship that Amani just won. That's good accomplishments, man. Because he is actually growing, glowing, and going. All right, let me see. A future world champion, yes. Thank you for that comment, Gumbo. Yes, I said overlooked and lied on. Shadows Boxing LLC. But now the stats got them in the jealous fan zone section and bushes. That's where they are, man. They are in the bushes. But that was Amani looking good. Let's watch that one more time. One more time. One more time. His confidence is getting up there and up there, man. Good exchange right there. Over the top. Remember, we was working on that. We was working on that. Letting his hands go. All right. Looking very good. A lot of people hitting me up right now. Great finish. You see that hook? Good job, though, Amani. Great job. Great job, Amani. Yes. Salute to him. Yes, CW. He did good. The teachings and mentorship is coming along, man. He's the silver glove champ. You've seen the feints. It's always good to see the things that you work on in the gym matriculate underneath the lights. That's called underneath the lights, y'all, right? Under the lights. So now he is a silver. He has Metro championships, right? And silver tournament championships, right? He's piling up his receipts, man. Piling up his receipts. But shout out to Armani Gasson. He's piling them up, man. How's the content looking, CW? Don't mind my appearance, man. I did a little cardio. It's very hot in here. I didn't think it was gonna be this hot. I had to come up out of some of my garments. But yes, that was Amani stepping. Oh, here we go. Look at this. I want to speak on this, man. So, Troy Isley, let's get to what's the name. If you look, Troy Transformer Isley. This is a letter sent to him by Top Rank. He has been released. Now, hopefully some of y'all are in here. I can break this down to you, right? This is reaction time, right? This is reaction time. See, you guys, like I said, put $1 in the Cash App or Zell Jones Shalom. Run it up. Look, this is information. So Troy Isley posted, great for the Top Rank for the opportunity to showcase my talent. You see this letter right here, right? He has officially been released. Please allow this letter to confirm that Troy Isley is no longer under any exclusive promotional contract with Top Rank Inc. He is free to discuss any bouts or his promotional rights with any third party without restriction. Now, this is called a letter of intent. He has his letter. Now, I'm going to speak on this because, you know, a lot of these guys who don't watch me are definitely going to copy. But see, these are some of the things that I have been telling you and speaking on, right? But with this letter right here, Troy Isley is free to basically, he's a promotional free agent. So now, if he was to try to fight somebody on Matchroom, right? Or Golden Boy, right? Or any promotion, he does not have to have permission from Top Rank. Right? Are y'all following that? Do you follow that? Look, I'm educating y'all today, man. Hit the like button, throw $1 in the Cash App, man. Right? He does not have to have, and this is important because you need this letter. See, this letter is from Top Rank, Jeremy Kugel, counsel. He's a lawyer. So this is an official release letter from a lawyer, EVP Business Affairs. So this is official, right? Please allow this letter to confirm. December 19th. That was the day of the big fight, Friday. This letter is dated. And Troy Isley, I believe, is like number 5 in the WBO rankings. He's up there. He's like ranked high. He has a belt in the WBO rankings. This is just some reaction, quick reaction, man. Thoughts, put it in the comment section, man. Quick thoughts on that. Man, thank you. I got 3 likes on the behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Hopefully we have the same amount of likes over there. But yes, Troy Isley is a free agent. So Top Rank, if Top Rank let him go, he's undefeated too. Look at his record. Yeah, 15-0. Top 5 in the division. Man, I'm open to conversation promoters and managers about the right opportunities. Mm, mm, man, he's ready to go, man. So he may no longer be with Jay Prince either, man. Because if you read the post, he's open to conversations with promoters and managers. And managers, right? And managers as well. So that is key. That is key, man. That is big, man. Troy Isley is a free agent. He is officially a free agent. All right? Hold on. I'm reading something. I thought I had a number in here, man. Damn it. But yes, that is Troy Isley, y'all. Free agent, do your thing. Yes, go to Turkey. Turkey is Turkey is that's I don't want to TKO. Turkey's TKO. That's Dana White. Gumbo, what's going on? Yeah, Turkey is TKO. That could be a good look. They do have thank you for that. I'll put this in the notes. TKO will be a good fit for him. Because TKO has Vito, Middlenecki, a heavy a middleweight. But he's top 5. Right? The champions in his division that have the belts. Bronco, Carlos Adame is Bronco. Bronco is with who? PBC. Right? And Laura. Laura has a belt too. Laura is with PBC as well. Right? But I think he's ranked in we'll look it up when we finish all of the reactions. But I believe he's in the WBO top 5. Right? He's in the WBO top 5. Another note right here. We'll come back to that. Quick reactions. You know the vibes. The news by Shanos. How are we looking, y'all? Media marketing management. Dark Horse, are you over here to troll or what? If you're over there to troll, I will get one of the moderators to get rid of you. We're not playing those games. But yeah, Troy Isley is a promotional free agent, man. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, man, now look. This right here, I'm going to play this, right? Go over here. This is some good yard food this Sunday. This reactions, look.
Mommy, what you making? Why are you using cans? They already say.
See, she's making Rasta pasta. Now, if you know Rasta pasta, you have to use coconut milk. She's messing with her mother. She's telling her, why are you using canned food? Right? But if you know, to make Rasta pasta, and Rasta pasta is very good, if y'all know. If you know, you know, right? You do need coconut milk. Coconut milk is used for Rasta pasta.
We would be cooking stuff out the can. What? Why are you using cans? They already say everything's out the can in the back from here. All our food's out of can. I'm using this is coconut milk, bro. You don't know. You be killing me because you reported me and I don't even know if you reported me, but anyway. Rasta pasta is made with coconut milk. No, it's a bacon home. Huh? There's no way. Say what? The bacon home. Oh, okay. No pork in the restaurant. Oh. There ain't no pork in this restaurant. But anyway, look. Coconut milk. That's how you make pasta sauce.
That was funny to me. Now a lot of y'all might not get that. You know, a lot of y'all might not get that, but it's not for y'all, man. Coconut milk is used for the Rasta pasta sauce. If you know, you know. Rasta pasta is good. Maybe I'll get some Rasta pasta. But I'm feeling fish. I'm feeling like getting me some catfish after I leave out of here. But yes, I found that rather funny. That was funny. Funny video right there. Because she did not know she was being recorded. It's a little reaction, y'all. Now this right here is hilarious. Oh my God. If you have Netflix, did you watch this special? This is courtesy of man, appreciate that, Gumbo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, it's the little things like that. But you were Team Shaw News Boxing. Thank you. He said great content earlier. Yeah. I wish I would have did that here. But I did that at the crib. You know? I did that at the crib. Because I knew I was going to do a long one. And I would have preferred to do it here. Because I still may dice that one up. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I did cover some great points. Especially the points about the Earl Spence, Derrick James. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys that claim don't watch me, they're going to try to run with my shit. Because I broke that shit down. Right? Look. Put another note out here. Didn't I break that down? And that's my thumbnail picture. But I broke down how the discrepancies, man. The man said that 10% of all earnings, that was his contract. The only fight, the last fight of since Earl Spencer's fought, he didn't get 10% of all earnings. So was he getting 10% of all earnings? See, this shit is in legal situations, right? I think they probably, in all likelihood, in my opinion, they're going to end up settling behind the scenes. Mark my word, and we won't know about it. But in all likelihood, they are. You know why? Because what Derrick James is claiming, right? 10% of all earnings when they audit the books. Now, this wasn't even, I wasn't even supposed to cover this, but I'm going to cover this because I like Gumbo's comment, right? Derrick James is alleging that he is owed 10% of all earnings. So his lawyer and his lawyer team should have asked for an audit of the books, right? Audit the books, right, for the earnings, right? So if they audit the books for the earnings, right, and this is, I didn't cover this at the crib because I wanted to cover it here too. And I was going to cover it, but thank you for bringing this up, Gumbo, so I'll cover it now, right? This is going to expose, right? And maybe they have done this already. Like I said, I'm not really into covering those guys anymore like that, but I just felt like going in my bag, right? If he's owed 10% of all earnings, and what I was saying earlier, like, damn, if that's the case, you was getting that all these fights. Why all of a sudden this last fight he didn't give it to you? Or was you really not getting that? So now if y'all audit the books, all of this back end shit, remember you go, oh, they make the back end money. Yo, that shit is gonna get exposed now. Right? Because he says he gets 10% of all earnings. So if you only get 1.5 up front, and then you're getting what these guys used to always say, yo, man, he made $8 million on the back end. You guys are about to get exposed. If all of this was true. Right? Are y'all following that? Are y'all following that? See, this is content that makes sense with substance. Remember, that man said, and I showed y'all the literature, 10% of all earnings, not 10% of the guaranteed purse. He said he got 10% of all earnings. That's why I made my business to keep highlighting like, damn, So you got 10% of all earns when he fought Ugas, Porter, Garcia, Mikey, Danny, all these guys pay per view. Because you never question your money. But when he fought Terrence Crawford and they alleged that he made 25 million, but he only got 2.5 up front, right? For guaranteed, you said that he stiffed you. So was he stiffing you the whole time? Or you guys, like I said, man, this, when this shit really unfolds, like I said, in all likelihood, they are going to do what is called an NDA, probably a non-disclosure agreement. If they're smart, I know they're, because if they don't, you see what that article read, fraud, tax, all type. Look, a lot of shit's gonna get funky. A lot of shit is gonna get funky, especially with all this back end money that these guys was always talking about they was making, right? All this back end. Now look, I would have had my microphone on, but I rushed and I left the wires. I left the wires, so I don't have the mic on. Hopefully I'm sounding good. How am I sounding, y'all? How am I sounding? Like today is not that bad. It's not too many people in here, so I should be all right. But yeah, all that is gonna come out, man. All that is gonna come out. They said Crawford was stupid to get his money up front, not from the back end. No, Crawford, listen, Gumbo, man. The niggas that talk all that back end shit, they don't even see a regular paycheck. You're talking about unemployed YouTubers that talk about they're rich off of YouTube. They don't have a 401k. They don't have a deferred comp. A lot of these niggas don't even employ themselves. I don't listen to them, Gumbo. They said Crawford was stupid, but Crawford was fighting for legit M's. Millions. M's. You know what an M is? Millions. These is niggas that don't make $50,000 a year. But they're talking to a guy that is because that's what fighters are. Fighters, look, I'm going to bring the board over here for this. Can you see the board? Thank you, Gumbo. I'll go to the board. All right, let's go to the board. We'll pull the board up. Look. Thank you, Gumbo. Gumbo is Team Shaw News Boxing. So Gumbo they said Crawford was stupid to get his money up front, not the back end, but the Canelo was right to get his money up front. Broke niggas don't know business. No, not only do they not know business, look, boxers are independent. I'm gonna just put an I because I don't feel like doing all that. I'll put I in. Independent. Look, pendant. C, contractors, right? I'll put not con artists, contractors. So a boxer is an independent contractor. The fight that they are fighting is their contract. That's their job. So I'll use me and Gumbo to break this down for you. If me and Gumbo are truck drivers and we're running loads, we have a contract, an independent contract with Walmart, right? That is our contract, right? So with that contract, right, it might read, we get XYZ per mile for the load. That is the equivalent of a fighter contract reading is somewhat of the terms of you fight, which is, I'll make it easy for you. A 6-round bout, right? For $75K. So the independent contractor, boxer, that is the offer, right? A 6-rounder for $75K. Now, he can either take this, right? Or say, that's not enough money. Can we negotiate? Now, if he agrees to this, right? This is his fee right here. 75K. Now, what these guys was always talking about, that never been to no fights, don't know anything, they was always saying, this is about the PBC guys, right? And I was just talking about that right now. He made 1.5 million, right? That's the contract, the boxers independent contract. Read that he made 1.5 million. But these guys was always telling you, yo, then he made 5 million on the back end. There is no contract on that, right? That's why I was saying now, if they ordered these books, and with Derrick James is alleging that he's supposed to get 10% of all earnings, now they got to show all the earnings. They would have to show all the earnings. And in doing so, somebody is going to go to jail. I don't want to put it out there like that because you're stealing now. Because when you, as a fighter, right, and managers, other managers come in here that are more established and know more about the business than me. When you sign a fight for a fight as a boxer with an independent contract, your contract reads out what you're supposed to be paid. It reads out what you're supposed to be paid. So if you make, like I just said, 75K, and then miraculously you receive another 300K underneath the table, that's illegal. If that's not in your initial contract, and there's nothing in the contract that says you get X, Y, Z of the revenue from the gate, this, that, and the third. Like, see, I don't want to get into all that, but you have all those things. But see, these guys always be explaining or trying to speak on the business and don't even know those type of logistics, that verbiage, that vocabulary, none of that. They always just saying, oh, he made this on the back end. Well, if he made that on the back end, what did he make that on the back end for? Pay-per-view sales, the gate, the revenues from, the concession stand, merchandise. What was the back end? Why was he giving that? See, that's why I don't even waste my time and even try to debate some of you niggas, man. I just sit back now and expose y'all for what you guys are, jealous fans in the bushes. But if, these niggas stole all these millions of dollars, somebody's going to jail. Because that's a lot of money. Look, he said fact shop money laundering. Yeah. So they're treading, but look, thank you for bringing that up, Gumbo. Maybe I will cover that as well. But I have the notes on that too. But let's just get back to this, because I don't want to lose sight of this. Came on the other night. Let me get the board up out here. You guys didn't pay enough for the board. The board, you have to pay for the board. You have to pay for the board, right? I bet you guys didn't even donate $1 yet, right? You have to pay for the board, right? You guys don't even like to hit the like button, man. All right? Yeah, see, no dollars in the Cash App, nothing in the Super Chat, so you're not going to get all of that. Go to these content weirdos, these jealous fan guys that talk boxing with no receipts and no emotion. Tell them to break shit like that down for you, right? That was enough right there. He said the back end is supposed to be in the contract. All that, exactly, Gumbo. I'm not getting into all that. I do enough for free on the internet for these guys, and then they attempt to steal my shit and act like they don't watch me or know what I do, right? But this Dave Chappelle shit, back to reaction. Dave Chappelle shit came on the other night. It was hilarious. After the Anthony Joshua fight. It's currently on Netflix right now, but it's streamed right after the fight. And this section right here, right? Let me timestamp this 3542 because I'm going to use this. Yo, he talks about going to the Diddy parties. This shit is hilarious.
Fuck it. I've been to Puffy's house. No, I didn't see none of this stuff they say in that trial. I walked through that nigga's living room, house was clean, traction on the floor, nothing slippery. Walk right through. Perfectly normal evening. The only thing in hindsight, but at the time it didn't mean nothing to me. I didn't think about it until after I found all that stuff out there. In hindsight, it was fucked up, but we was on this back patio. We was drinking and laughing and talking, and then they started spoiling his drink like this. And he goes, so Dave. He goes, what are you into? You know me, I was like, I don't know, nigga, books, video games, I didn't know that was my big chance to fuck Cassie.
Yo, Dave Chappelle just killed that, man. Yo, he just killed that, man. Yeah, he just killed that, man. Did y'all catch that sauce? He said he was at Diddy's crib, kicking it. Diddy basically auctioned off, proposed. You know, but it went over his head at the time. He didn't realize. He asked him, what are you into? Ain't no party like a P. Diddy party, right? Now, have you seen the Day of Reckoning? Right? The Day of Reckoning. And the dude said that every March 9th, the Biggie celebration, they would have him bust Cassie down. Bust her down. They was busting her down. Dave Chappelle could have busted down. I'm not even going to say alleged. That's his joke. He could have busted down. But he did not. He was unaware what Diddy was into. As maybe a lot of people was. But it could have went the other way. Diddy could have got him, right? Because that's what they were saying Diddy was doing, right? Didn't Ray J come out and say that? Right? Ray J said that Diddy bust him down. Right? Right? He said, Jakes. Yes, a lot of them, man. Listen, man. A lot of these guys, man. Ain't no party like a P. Diddy party, right? But that joke was hilarious, man. That joke was hilarious. Let me timestamp that. Okay. I'm definitely going to edit that up. We'll get to that. Motion. This is the Motion Chronicles, man. How was the content, man? How was the content? Right? Oh, man. Shout out to CW Thumbnails. Shout out to CW Thumbnails. CW's Thumbnails just sent me this. We just got this in. Look, this is how we work over here, man. We just got this in, right? I'm feeling the OG. This is Michael Irvins. He probably was on one. If you know Michael Irvins and you watched the Cowboy documentary, Michael Irvins was a rock star playing the bass. He was that guy. He probably still does. Because he has all of that energy. That, you know, he still gets down. Right? But let's catch his vibes on this.
The fuck out of my face talking noise until you know what you're talking about. When I want champ.
That's how I look at you two boxing niggas. Get the fuck out my face talking noise. There's probably a bunch of you niggas on right now. Streaming together. Talking a bunch of noise. Right? You see how I brought the board out and I broke that down? That's not called noise. That's called substance. But when we look at YouTube boxing, it's a bunch of characters and clowns on here talking noise. Jealous ass fans in the bushes. Bunch of weirdos, man. Talking noise.
Championships on every level. On every level. When they can knock niggas out, it was allowed. It was encouraged. It was actually praised when you knock somebody out. If anybody hit your ass, they'll suspend them for 3 weeks. You couldn't even play when I played the game. And some of these fucks you're talking about, they couldn't even play when we played the game. I went in and made plays where pain lived. Y'all can't do that. Y'all ain't never did that. Y'all don't have to do that. You don't practice worth this shit. You don't take no hits. Everybody touch you, you throw a flag. You understand what I'm saying? Stop, man. Stop. You know, get to run.
Yeah. How y'all feel about that, man? How y'all feel about that? Football. Now, we talking football. We talking reaction. He's spot on. These niggas are soft. These niggas are soft. Remember the Hawk, Daryl Dawkins, Ronnie Lott? They used to, remember they used to have the bounties. He's not lying. Motherfuckers used to get a bonus. How I just had the board up there? They would get a bonus. Remember certain players were targeted. If you knocked him out the game or gave him a concussion or injured him, bounties. That's what they was calling. Remember the bounties? Bounties, right? He said, facts, Mike. Now the NFL is the National Flag League. Damn, thank you, Gumbo. Let me write that down. NFL National Flag League. It is soft. You heard what he said? You get suspended. Flag League if you hit a player hard. Right? Y'all remember, I remember when Joe Theismann, remember the Redskins? They had called what do they call now? They're not called the Redskins no more. The Commanders. But remember when fucking Lawrence Taylor broke Joe Theismann's leg? But football used to be brutal. Gladiator, barbarian sport, man. National Flag League now, man. I don't even watch football like that, man. See, I'm here right now. I used to get a kick out of watching football. No more. It's watered down, man. The gladiator game is watered down, yeah. Content though, man. How we looking, man? How we looking, man? How we sounding, man? It's a little reaction. Mike Irvin is very passionate.
Around and play fucking 7-on-7 touch football. We had pain in our game. And y'all don't even know shit about pain. Every route you got hit. Even running around in the middle, you could get tapped by those linebackers. They took all of that out of the game because y'all asses were soft. And you couldn't take it. You think there were not fast guys in the league when I played? You think Tyreek Hill can outrun an Olympian like Bullet Bob Hayes who played before me? Are you joking? You gotta catch 200 passes in today's game. Literally 200 passes a year. A year. I ain't never catch a pass behind the line of scrimmage in my whole career. All my passes were up the field.
Damn. They do a lot of those plays, right? Football guys, man.
Where the
football guys at, man?
Fuck out of my.
Yeah, where are the football guys at, man, right? Some of you niggas need to talk about this shit, man. Right? Where the football guys at, man? Instead of wasting your time as jealous boxer fans in the bushes, talk about, you know, it is what it is. But he's spot on. He said Jeremy Shockey snitched on the Saints defensive coordinator. He got fired and banned from the NFL. Man, remember, rest in peace, Buddy Ryan. Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Buddy Bounties, man. The Buddy Bounties, man. They used to take dudes out, man. The NFL is soft, man. It's soft, man. It is what it is, man. That shit is soft, man. But Michael Irvin was spot on, man. Those was just some reactions, man. I got it all in under an hour. Man. The Bounty Balls. They used to have, the dudes used to make a lot of money, man. A lot of money. It doesn't go on like that anymore, but a lot of those guys, the older coaches are still around. It's just now, like anything else, politics, and they're more discreet. They're more discreet. Steve Atwater, they all was. Ronnie Lott, Dawkins, right? What's my other man's name? He was a headhunter. He was a headhunter, man. Damn, I'm drawing the blank. He killed himself, man. He used to take a lot of dudes out, man. They got rid of a lot of that shit in the NFL, man, because it was too it was just too barbaric. But that's what the NFL was based on. Look, Gumbo said National Flag League. When I used to watch the NFL, it used to stand for not for long. Because you didn't last long in the NFL. Junior, yes, Junior Seau. There you go. Thank you, Gumbo. Team Shot News Box in the bill. Junior Seau. These dudes used to take niggas out. They used to take dudes out, man. They used to take dudes out, man. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. Yo, remember when Chad Johnson, you ever seen Chad Johnson in real life? He's not a small dude. He's about 2 and some change. Look, my man over here, if you are in the behind the scenes, look, he's on my jewelry. Brother, this is gold, man. I don't have silver on today. I wear my silver during the week, man. This is two-tone right here, white and yellow, man. White and yellow, man. This ain't no silver, but I got silver. I wear my silver during the week, man. You over there groupied out, man. You came back, Ace, Mr. Dutch. You a groupie, nigga. You a groupie. You were on my jewelry like a bitch. You like a bitch. You like a bitch. But yeah, they had these guys in the league, man. And Chad Johnson, like I said, he's no small guy in stature, about 2 and some change, 180, 190. Yo, he ran into Ray Lewis. It was like he ran into a truck. Y'all ever seen that? When he ran into Ray Lewis? Right? He tried to sneak Ray Lewis. He tried to sneak in and hit on Ray Lewis. And almost knocked himself out, man. Yeah, them dudes was vicious, man. They was vicious. Calvin Johnson used to manhandle. But yeah, Megatron was a very big, aggressive wide receiver. He was a big, aggressive wide receiver. Megatron. But what do you think about what he said if he played in the league now? Over 200. Over 200 catches. Right? Now remember, the playmaker was a route runner. He used to go over the middle and get killed. But he used to make the plays and hold on to the ball.Maybe that's why he used to get down and party. Party like a rock star. Michael Irvin used to party, man. He's a Florida Miami boy, man. Remember that's where in the 80s when he came up and all that, that's where it was coming over at, right? It's this reaction, man. We just kill him a little bit of time. That's where he used to come over at, right? That good stuff, the pure. Michael Evans grew up on that shit, man. He was a rock star playing the bass, man. Right? He was a rock star playing the bass, man. 7 in the building. Let's get the lights up. $1 in the Cash App goes a long way, y'all. Put $1 in the Cash App, man. Here it is again. Because y'all don't even like to hit the like buttons, man. Some of y'all are over here trying to sneak some boxing information. Y'all want to sneak some boxing information and then act like you know shit. Right? You want to sneak the boxing information out. It's not happening, man. Irvin Wood, he was physical. Yeah, Michael Irvin was a player, man. That's when the football was football, man. It was football. Not saying it's not football now, but like I said, it's more 7 flag, 2-hand touch type shit. They talking about how guys ain't, listen, man. I don't argue. Yeah, they never seen nothing like Randy Moss. My Cash App is on the thing. I pinned it, man. It's pinned right there. Throw $1 in the joint, Cash Money, Ace Mr. Dutch. It's right there. It's pinned in the comment section. Put $1, $1. That's all it takes. We ain't over here telling you to spend 20 or 50. Just put $1 up, man. You know, I got 4 quarters in my jacket. Look, I hold on. Let me get up. My legs is a little. So I did legs today too, y'all. I did a little bit of legs, right? Look, I'll match y'all funds, man. Put y'all money up. Look, put y'all money up, man. I'm gonna match y'all funds, right? And shout out to my guy, Yard Out. I told Yard Out this, right? Look, put $1 in the Cash App, right? Look, here's y'all dollars right here. Look, look. Ooh, look. This is $1 right here, right? Yeah, Randy Moss was a problem, Gumbo. Look, that's $1. That's 4 quarters. Look. Look, this is $2 right here, right? And here's the third. These is quarters too. Look, that's $3 right here in the Cash App. Somebody match that, right? $1. $1. Look, I got 3 on the table for y'all, man. $1. Yes, Randy Moss, not only was he a beast, they talking about speed. I don't think there's been a receiver since Randy Moss that fast. He said, what's the green stuff? Ain't green stuff. Hold on, man. Now I got to front on this guy, man. I'm about to front on this clown over here. I like to front on clowns. Look. I like to front on clowns, man. Ain't nothing green on this, brother. Look, use a clown. Use the clown, brother. Look. Front on these clowns. Oh. Front on these clowns. Look, let it breathe. 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 You know, your stones gotta breathe. Front on these clowns, man. Now Ace Money. Ace Dutch Money. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm about to slide you up out of here, man. No disrespect, but you gotta go now, brother. You've been trolling. Too bad none of my moderators is over there. Nah, it's far from gold plated, brother. I don't rock nothing fake. You said it was silver, man. Like, look. And I told you I have silver. You said it was silver. Now it's gold plated.
What did they tell you when you stepped in that ring? To protect yourself at all times. There's nobody else looking out for you.
Now it's gold plated. No, brother. See, you are a hater, right? You are a hater. First you said I had on silver. I got up and showed you them stones. Look now, look at you. You done. You done right now, Mr. Ace Dutch, whatever your name is. And I'm gonna do you a favor because none of my moderators are over there. None of my moderators are over there. None of my moderators are over there, right? But I can come over here and get to my chat myself. And that's what I'm going to do, right? I'll see you later, man. You have a good one, man. I'll see you later. See how easy that was? I got rid of you now, man. You was over here just nasty and disgusting. So now you're going, Ace, Mr. Dutch. You was in the jealous fan zone section just mad, right? That's why I don't even really like rocking all my jewelry. But ask about blah blah, man. I could have came in here with like 8 joints on. That's how I used to be. Right? But Randy Moss was a beast. Yes, he was, Gumbo. He was a beast. That was Amani right there. Amani did his thing. I'm not gonna play the audio. I showed this earlier. But watch the feints. We worked on all of this. We worked on all of this, man. These are what we work on in the gym. Right? Over the top. Remember I was telling them over the top on Thursday? Boom, right there. Great exchange. Yeah, look. Man, good job, Amani. Amani is on his way. Amani is on his way, man. Shout out to Amani, though, man. He's on his way. How's the content looking, y'all? Now, I did all my reactions. If anybody has anything that they want to speak on, feel free. Look, feel free. Put it in the comments right now. All right? I think I could go do laundry with these $3, man. I can go do a light load. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, man? Daniel got in here late, man. I took care of Ace. Ace, Mr. Dutch. I had to get him out of here. The jury had him in, in the jealous fan zone section, man. Let me go put my frames on, too. I got my frames. Hold on. Look, I'll go around this way. I'm in a nice room. Oh, look, I had some more coins. So, match the funds, y'all. There we go. We are up to 4. Match the funds. Oh, man, what kind of beer you drinking, Daniel? What beer are you drinking? What beer choice? This is the purple and gold Laker hat right here. What are you drinking, Daniel? Talk about it. We can freestyle now, Daniel. The day is over. My stream, I got my topics out, did my reaction. What beer are you drinking, Daniel? What beer? When I was a drinker, my beer of choice would be probably today. Red Stripe. I like the Red Stripes. It's wintertime, so I'm a Red Stripe type of guy. Maybe a Presidente. I do the foreign beers. Presidente is Dominican. The Mexican joints, I wasn't a Mexican beer drinker like that. Modelo's and the Coronas and all that. In the summertime, maybe with a lime. But I prefer like a good Presidente or a Red Stripe. Red Stripe is a Jamaican beer. But what kind of beer are you drinking, Daniel? I'll be watching my guy. What you said? Yeah, that's my guy. I like his content. See, truth be told, man, I kind of fell back from a lot of the boxing guys, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't be messing with the boxing shit, man. If it's not a team member, a Shaw News boxing team member, and they send me some content, I don't watch these guys no more. Cause truth be told, a lot of the boxing content creators, they're copycats. They have jealous fan tendencies. They all are bigger than the program. These dudes sit around and act like their channels and the shit that they do is so big, but they haven't hit a year yet in boxing. And I hit years without doing views. And they talk about I talk too much. No. I just look, see that kid right there that's on the screen? He just won the silvers. I've been in the gym with him for the past weeks, but longer than that. So now I'm talking too much, but I'm showing the results. He said Modelo is the shit. And Modelo, that was my beer. Modelo Dark, Modelo Negro. Those are smooth, man. Modelo's is smooth. I don't drink beers no more. But when I did, I would have been in the boom boom room. Look, I'm telling you, when I stopped drinking, yo, a lot of alcoholics and winos that used to freeload off of me, I know they fell off, man. Cause I used to take care of everybody, man. They could come to my crib to the boom boom room. I had the shots. I had everything. Champagne, all of that. I know they like, damn, they missed them days, man. I would have cases, you know? But I don't drink no more. But I would have cases on deck downstairs in the boom boom room. All different type of beers. Heineken's, because you know, everybody's a different beer drinker, beer connoisseur. So I would have them all. Heineken's, you know, Coronas, Heineken Light, everything. The alcohol, you know, a little bit of everything. The Henny, Remy, the tequilas, 1800. You know, of course, the Moet, you know, the champagne. Yeah. You know, that's what we used to do, man. But I just stopped drinking, though, man. I haven't had a drink in 3 years. You know, I don't even see myself drinking again like that. Because I don't know, I just outgrew it. And I think when I went, like I said, I had that intervention and I really sat back and learned from that shit. So, and I like the streak. I said, I remember being in there listening to dudes, and I was like, yo, I want that. I'm chasing after that now. When dudes was like, cause you know, it's easy to relapse. And if you know, you know. But when I was in there listening to guys that say, yo, I ain't, you know, they have speakers and different people coming in, but like, yo, I ain't had a drink in 20 years. I used to be like, damn, I want to be like that, man. You know? So that's what I chase now. I was like, yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to it. Next month, January, will be 3 years. That's an accomplishment, man. I want to get to like my uncle. I think my uncle might be at like 8 or 9. I can't wait to get to there. You know? But yes, Modelo's was the joints. I know when I first, now, and this is, I know a lot of people could probably relate to this. I could be around alcohol now. But in the beginning, I think the first year, I did not go to no functions. I didn't. Like all the functions that I used to go to with you know, family functions and the cookout, I didn't go. I didn't go. I couldn't be around it. You know? And then I just outgrew, like, you know, I outgrew that I was comfortable enough. But in the beginning, I couldn't, because it's like, I used to be in there kicking and do my thing. He said, drinking isn't for everybody. I smoked cigarettes for over 30 years. Now it's been 3 years, almost 4. Yeah. That's a good run right there, Gumbo. You killing the game. You killing it. But that's how I was, man. That's how I was, man. I used to have my drink on the balconies. Now I just have Welch's grape. I be having my Welch's grape, or you know what I do now, but I've been leaning away from them. I make my drinks. Like, yo, my coworker, right? The other day I had him laughing, right? Because we was by the spot, and I was like, yo, you know, I used to go up in there and get right. I was like, I still get right, but you see how I do it now? Instead of going in the liquor store, I went into the deli, and I got a cup of ice, right? I got a pina colada, the Arizona pina coladas, right? And a Red Bull. Yo, that was my mixed drink. And he was laughing at me, right? I was like, yo, see, it's all in the mind. I was like, see, it's all in the mind. I said, yo, this is on the rocks right here. I'm chilling. That's what I do now. When I go to a function, and I go to my family's function, and they all be out there getting tipsy and toasting it up, that's what I do. I toast it up with them like that. And we still have a good time and kick it. But in the beginning, I couldn't do it. I had to get comfortable enough. Right? I was like, yo, remember that? Yo, what is that? The rest in peace to Ricky Harris. Yo, remember the Snoop Dogg? He was like, I can't be around JB. He drink too much. He make me drink. He make me drink. Well, listen, I did my hour, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy the sauce. I gotta break this shit down, all this equipment. Luckily today I don't have to break down the microphone. I didn't come in with the wires and all that, but this is my microphone. See, this is what, you know, the donations and all that go to. It does not go to, look, I know y'all see me in here, all this jewelry and shit, this drip that you see, I had all this. I did not get on YouTube, right? Like some of these guys, right? Ask about blah, blah. I had all of this, man. I'm not one of those YouTubers that, you know, I gotta try to, you know, exploit my audience to get jewelry. Nah, I had all of this drip, man. I remember I had to cut a nigga in their face because they was coming on my block and I was fronting on them. I had on my bracelets, I had on everything. And I said, yo, nigga, this is your card, nigga. That bullshit you driving, this is your whip, nigga. Don't ever come through my block thinking you flexing, nigga. This is your whip, nigga. I got your whip around my neck, nigga. And then that nigga see me on the other side, and he attempted to rob me. Yeah, ask the boys in the project. He attempted to rob me. I was out there holding court. I had all the liquor and everything out there for the community, and that nigga tried to rob me. And he caught a scar that he will never forget. But he almost lost his life. Because when I told my brother to pop the trunk, he was like, oh, you're going to shoot me, right? And, you know, it was, you know, my little nieces and nephews was out there. And, you know, when he said that in front of them, you know, I couldn't get down like that in front of the babies, right? But he said, oh, you're going to shoot me. And I didn't want to corrupt the babies at the time, man. But he might have got it. He might have got it. He's look, another one. Ain't Cap, you better ask about me, man. You better ask. Shout out to my man Cap. Cap is my guy, man. Cap is my guy, man. Master Rank, what you just dropped in the chat. Master Rank dropped the video in the chat. Check out his video. Check out his content, man. If they about to close up, I gotta hurry up and wrap up. Like I said, I don't have to wrap up this microphone. Yo, get this dude up out of here, man. What is your name? Germ? Yo, get Germ up out of here, man. One of my moderators, get him up out the behind the scenes shit, man. Germ is coming over here with the nasty vibes, man. Yo, Germ, I'm a front on you, Germ. Get up out of here, Germ. Look, ain't nothing Cap, Germ. Look. Yo, Germ, does that look like Cap? Huh? I ain't Cap, Germ. Look, they breathing, brother. If your stones ain't breathing, they ain't real, Germ. Ain't no Cap there, Germ. Now, Germ, slide up out of here. Slide up out of here, Germ. Y'all had the front on Germ. Germ the worm. Y'all, I just fronted on Germ the worm, y'all. Germ the worm came up with that nasty energy, man. I had the front on him. Look, I got my new phone back. I ain't even take it out the case. But this is the Source Experience. The news. Varshanos Media, marketing, management, consultant agent. You know, you do have options, man. Hopefully, at least y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all was stingy with the dollars. But like Master Rank said, hit the like button. Likes are free, man. Likes are free, man. And look, we done came a long way. Look at the numbers, baby. They be in here watching. Remember, y'all always was talking about, yo, nobody watches you. They watching now. They been watching. It's only a matter of time before they really can't deny the growth. I holla.